No. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 6:37. Please stand for a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For the record, this is a public meeting of the Bayonne Board of Education. 6:37. April 16th, we're convening in the Alexander X. O'Connell Auditorium. Presiding officer is Jody Casais, President of the Bayonne Board of Education. Those in attendance include Mr. John J. Reese, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Kenneth Kopaz, our Assistant Superintendent of Personnel, Ms. Jennifer Becciarelli, our Assistant Superintendent for Special Services, Dr. Darren Naylor, Board Secretary, Daniel Castle, our School Business Administrator, Mr. Thomas McGrew, our Assistant School Business Administrator, Dr. Dennis Desmond, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Dr. Lucia Ryden-Brown, our Chief Academic Officer, Board Counsel, Ms. Peter Rivales here this evening. The meeting is open to the public. I will take a roll call. Trustee Boucher. Here. Trustee Burke. Here. Trustee Desmond. Here. Trustee Gudesky Rodriguez. Here. Trustee Maggio. Here. Trustee Saniola. Here. Trustee Stefani. Here. Vice President Gonzalez. Here. President Casale.
Here. For the record, adequate written notice of at least 48 hours given the time, date, and location of this meeting was provided as follows. Notice was prominently posted in City Hall at 6:30 a.m. on bulletin board reserved for such announcements of the Board of Education. The Board Secretary sent such notice to the Jersey Journal and Bayonne Community News. Notice was filed with the municipal clerk of the City of Bayonne, Ms. Madeline Medina. It was also posted to the Bayonne Board of website. I just wanted to make a little bit of an announcement that if you look up here, we're all in our teal shirts. Our project Independence had a fundraiser for kids, and the money that they raised is going towards autism awareness, because April is Autism Awareness Month. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Mr. Castle to do a presentation on Resolution B5, which is our proposed budget for the 24-25 school year.
Thank you, Dr. Neal. Hi, everyone. My name is Dan Castle. I'm the School Business Administrator here, and tonight I'll be presenting the 2024-2025 school budget. Before we get started, I just want to thank a couple people. It takes a whole village to build a budget, especially one of this size. So I want to thank Superintendent Reese and all central office staff, all the principals, supervisors, directors, the Board of Education, especially the Finance Committee, who put in a lot of time and effort in providing this. I know it's kind of small up there, but I'll kind of help you out with this. So we're going to start with the operating budget revenue. So our total budget for the 24-25 school year is $210 million. Our tax levy, which is one of the major points of revenue, is $74 million. And our total state aid, which now we are fully state funded, is $129 million. The only other piece that makes up the budget is what's called budgeted fund balance. And what that is the carryover of the number 2% from the 2022-2023 school year. And that represents $5 million. As you can see, over time, we've shifted from becoming more dependent on the local tax levy to state aid. A lot of that has to do with S2 law, which changed the way state aid was formulated and gave you state aid based on your student enrollment. But we're now 50% state aid, 48% dependent on the local tax levy. Here's a 10-year tax comparison. As you can see, over the last 10 years, we've seen an increase in $13 million in tax levy revenues. Over that same 10-year period, we've seen an increase of $75 million in state aid. Again, this is heavily due to S2. However, moving forward, there are no substantial increases in state aid, so we have to become less dependent on state aid. On the opposite side, the expense side, Obviously, these both tie out to $210 million. A majority of our budget is spent on salaries and benefits, and that's a good thing, because one of the things I've always heard and I agree with is that people teach people, things don't teach people. So if you just have a book, that's not going to be it. But we need more teachers, we need more ESL teachers, we need more guidance counselors, and that's something that this budget is driven to do. So as you can see, same thing I just said, 75% of our total expenses basically are for people.
Okay.
So now I'll open it up if anyone has any questions or concerns.
I just would like to make a comment. Just rehashing some old stuff. But for over a decade, we were underfunded. And even though these administrators worked hard and the trustees worked hard to get fully funded, even getting that funding in the last couple of years, the dollars are actually in diminished value. They're not the same value, they may be the same dollars, but it's the same diminished value of what it would have been had we done it on time. So I commend them for constantly struggling to make it work.
Okay, so I'd like to present our agenda, which is our approval of minutes, communications, and all our action items. I'd like to make a notation that Resolution E20, the 3-minute cultural IQ, is being tabled to the next business meeting. Okay, so we're going to take one vote on the complete agenda. Is that okay? So do I have a motion? I have a motion from President Casillas. Do I have a second? Second. I have a second from Vice President Gonzalez. Okay, so we have a motion and second on all our action items. Trustee Boucher?
Yes.
Is a yes. Trustee Burke?
Yes, with the exception of C38 security. I'll recuse myself on line 32.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes, I recuse myself from C32, line 3, C33, line 3, C38, line 12. Yes on all others.
Trustee Gillespie Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Daniel?
Yes, but I recuse myself from the supervisors of the repair department.
Trustee Saniola?
Yes.
Trustee Scafani?
Yes, however, I will recuse myself on the executive administrative assistants. Number 8, please.
Vice President Gonzalez? Yes. President Casillas?
Yes.
Our agenda passes. We don't have any, we do not speak. I'd like to introduce our student representatives. Going to go right to the microphone. Appreciate Wallace here today. She'll make a presentation.
Good evening, board members. I'm Praksha Agarwal, and I hope everyone had a great spring break. Just before spring break, Stuga hosted a very successful basketball fundraiser and raised over $800 in donation money. All funds were donated to a student at William Shannon Midtown Community School to help in their fight against leukemia. The students and the teachers really came together to make this event successful. Student government has been very busy since then, and after many meetings, we recently finished all of our requirements for the NJASC Standards of Excellence Award. A quick visit to East Brunswick and their visit to VHS left both schools with many new ideas and excitement. The applications are now under review, and we hope to come out on top and receive this award. Stuga has also posted suggestion box QR codes around VHS. They are a way for the general student body to fill out a form with any event suggestions, feedback, and virtually anything they want to tell the student government. We will bring any comments to our government meetings and discuss them before replying to the student, and so far we already have about 24 responses. We are also in the early stages of planning our spring and end of year events, such as our movie night and our powder puff. Thank you.
That is all I have. Do we have a motion? Motion to adjourn from President Casada, a second from Vice President Gonzalez. On that motion in second, Trustee Duchesne?
Yes.
Trustee Burke?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Maggio?
Yes.
Trustee Samuel?
Yes.
Trustee Stefan?
Yes.
Vice President Gonzalez? Yes. President Casada?
Yes.
It is now 6:49.